All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is, we're talking about there's three components of the business, right? There's sales, there's marketing, and operations. So my question for you is, of your clients, how many of them are proficient at all three of those categories? Sales, marketing, operations. How many of them suck at sales? How many of them are really good at operations? Do you know, when you're talking to them, what their strengths or weaknesses are, right? If you get a real estate agent who can't sell, you need to be aware of that. Or if you got a real estate agent who can sell great, but he can't track any leads because he's just not that personality, you need to be aware of that too. So in the book Traction by Gino Wickman, they talk about, my point is, you really need to know your client and who it is that you're working with. And if it's the business owner, you want to know whether or not they're the visionary or the integrator. So the visionary, they typically tend to be better at sales and marketing, strategy, nurturing really key relationships, things like that. And they are oftentimes the quickest to buy, except terrible at implementation, right? So they may hop on board, yeah, let's do this. But then when it comes to actually sitting down, getting them on the phone to do the work and things like that, you may not be able to get them on the phone. Well, if that's the case, you probably want to get plugged in with the number two, the integrator, right? The integrator is the one that actually sits down, grinds through the details, and will assist you through all that different stuff, right? So when I'm talking to a business owner, I try to assess which role is this person, and do I need them to plug me in with the number two or three of their business? Because the person that's doing the biz dev for their business should continue to do biz dev, right? And you need to be working with their tech guy, their integrator, their implementer, instead of the actual person driving the business. That is probably going to be the best fit for you. So oftentimes, the breakdown in client communication is because trying to work with the visionary, right? They're just busy driving sales. Yeah.
You ever get pushback, or how do you handle it when the visionary says, I like your pitch, I like your thing, I'm paying you? The integrator's like, I know better, and what are you doing? And so you almost have to sell the whole process again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like to say that every conversation is a sales conversation. Every single time that you get on the phone with your client again, you're reselling them on your ability to produce results. If you don't show up sharp as a tack, enthusiastic, an expert at your field, like Jordan Belfort says, then they're gonna not trust you as much. They may become needy clients. So regardless, you're gonna have to sell everyone that you talk to.
Cool.
And then the other thing to be aware of with the visionary also, these may be the guys in your industry or the type of clients you have who have a lot of ideas, and 20 of them, they have 20 ideas and only one is a gold nugget, right? So they may have a lot of ideas on marketing, and you need to be able to call them on their bullshit and be like, we're not doing that. We're doing this. And that's really important. Like a lot of people give into their client's will and these random ideas that the client has, and you need to be like, hold firm, say, no, we're following this proven model, this process that we know works. We are willing to test as long as that's principally sound, but we're not going to turn off something that we already know works for this potential shiny object, right? And that happens a lot. I mean, I received an email on Friday from a client whose campaign is completely freaking crushing it, and he has all these other ideas. Let's do this and that, and do it under my brand, and da-da-da-da. And it's just like, no, you gotta shut them down and say, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it this way, and just keep them on track. And that happens a lot.
So what I found is that engineers or ex-engineers or people that are military or ex-military often do really well at implementing these processes, and they're not the visionary type. Would that be, who is that? That's the integrator personality type?
It depends. So supposedly there's 4 times more visionaries than integrators. So be aware of that. And I use the tool, I mean, basically it is good to become proficient at some type of skill assessment tool or personality tool. You know, there's the Colby test, there's Myers-Briggs, something like that. So according to Myers-Briggs, the majority of military type people are what's called SJ types. People that are really good at following a systemized plan step by step, and they tend to be very traditional and like to stick to the details, like to stick to the facts, just like tell me what to do, right?
Cheeto Wickman has a test that tells you like what percent you are visionary or integrator.
Yep. Yeah. There's some really good books, some really good descriptions on that and the differences. I think it's really valuable to find one tool that works for you in assessing. There's the DISC profile one. That book, Principles by Ray Dalio, he uses like 4 different ones, right? When he's hiring people, he puts them through 4 different skill set assessment tests and personality tests to determine how to fit that person in the right role, the right seat in their business. Because that's how important it is. So it's good to be able to assess your clients and know where they're at.